Los Chucos Suaves is sung by a gentleman named Lalo Guerrero, who's also been a huge influence on us.
He was a gentleman who eventually we got to know, you know, and he wrote the song, and he was also kind of famous for being involved with kind of like the Pachucho kind of a scene in the late '40s, you know. The guys that used to like wear zoot suits, you know, zoot suiters and stuff, and he was kind of part of all of that scene.
Like he was a social commentator in song form, and he wrote a lot of in the '50s sort of East LA anthems, a lot of stuff about the zoot suiters. We actually did a children's record with him a number of years ago, which was fantastic. Highly recommended if you could find it. I'm not sure if it's still in print.
I had an uncle through my marriage, Uncle Dave, who eventually I found out that he was in Los Lobos. He's part of that group, and he was part of he probably was the arranger on that song. And Uncle Dave lived with me, you know. I took care of him for about 15 years in my house, and he lived with me, and he used to tell me all the stories about Lalo Guerrero, you know, that he was kind of a radical, you know. And so some of the family members didn't really, because they were all tidy, and you know, they had the suits, and they played everything straight, you know, clean cut guys. And here comes Lalo, you know, with the zoot suit, and then you know he was a songwriter. So
another deceptively simple song. It's 2 chords, but you know how they're played and where they're played. It kind of makes it. It's a really interesting. It was an interesting lesson for me anyway, just to sort of how to make something complex out of something very simple. But I think we did the song justice. That's Dave Hidalgo Jr. on drums and Camilo Quinones on percussion. I think they played the crap out of it. So I'm really happy how that one came out.
That's kind of where that song comes from, you know. So it's got a really cool little tie, you know, to Los Lobos and that type of stuff, you know.
Cada sábado en la noche yo me voy a bolotear con mi linda pachucona, las caderas a media.